go on with it. Do us. So we are coming with a force. Yeah. Blessing the reap and we coursing on.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and it is pretty heavy what we're getting ready to watch. I had such a heavy heart watching Mel do this video earlier. Many of you have probably seen this, and for those of you that did not, I put most of the video up here for you to see it. I'll give my commentary at the end, but all I'm going to say here at the beginning is that I'm a Cancer, and that Cancer Scorpio energy is very strong. I told y'all in some of my videos that it was something about Karson that I knew that what she was saying had some truth to it, and that this young lady didn't have 100% ill intentions. Okay, I do think that she's being used as a pawn in some of these schemes with the Scotts, but y'all listen to Melody pretty much giving validation to a lot of the things that Miss Karson brought up here recently. Let's watch.
We're going to call this the day of revelation. So we're going to call this. So, I'm going to give y'all about 2 minutes. Go let your people know to come on over here that I'm live. I'm not going to start for about a minute or two to give y'all time to put it on y'all's story and to give your peeps to come in. So put it on your story that I'm live. Tag me if you want to. Doesn't matter. Put it in your groups if you want to. I'm going to give y'all about another minute to let your peoples know that I'm live and give them time to see it and get on in here. I'm going to try my best to get through this. I'm going to try my best to get through it. Y'all going to have to be patient with me today. So, all right. All right, y'all coming? Y'all let them know. Come on in. I'm going to try my best. But y'all just be patient. Y'all know usually I am totally together and I can face anything because God is my source and God is my strength. But that does not mean that we don't get tired sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And whenever you have been just in the fight for so long, we're all human, so we get tired. But in those moments when you feel tired, in those moments when you feel you're not your strongest, that is exactly whenever you have to allow the strength of our God to really allow us to overcome, you know what I'm saying? And to push through. And that's what we're going to do today on this live. All right, we're going to push through today. So let's get right into it. Now, y'all all agreed, y'all send the hearts. So I'm going to say y'all all agreeing that y'all going to be patient, and I'm going to work through this as best as I can. Now, so I know everybody has been on social media and everybody has seen everything that's been taking place and what's been going on. And for me, it feels a little bit like PTSD for me is what I'll say. As soon as you are trying to heal and walk in your healing and you are trying to, rebuild yourself, rebuild your life, rebuild everything that you walked away from, boom, here goes something else. And boom, here goes something else, right? And so, and you saw a man beating up a woman right in your face. You see this man constantly hitting and attacking. That's okay. Would you turn a blind eye? Would you join in and fight back? Would you turn a blind eye? Would you join in and fight back? Now, okay? Now, what I'm going to say is, I literally feel like that's what I've been doing the past 3 years. Is as a woman and as a female, I feel like I've been fighting a man the past 3 years. Longer than that, but in a bigger scheme, the past 3 years. Where do we ever sit back and just say that that's okay? Where do we ever sit back and just feel like it's okay? I don't address everything, and y'all know that, but this I'm gonna address. We're gonna call this, like I said, the day of revelation. That's what we're gonna call this. So let's start with the first thing, because I'm gonna reveal a few things. We're gonna start with the first thing. First of all, I've seen and I know about Karson and what she recently revealed in the last couple of days. It's disturbing. Took me a little while to process it. I feel that you got to be some kind of low to even consider or think about asking or doing such a thing. I know that it's true. Okay, I know that it's true. And the reason I know that it's true is because when I posted last year sometime about, so revenge porn, really? That was because a screenshot from this video of myself and my then husband, he had actually sent it to me. He sent it to me after he did a live discussing the custody case, which was something, by the way, that I never wanted discussed, never wanted to talk about it. If you pay attention and watch the show, I didn't speak about it till the last episode of last season. That was because I literally had been telling production, nope, this involves my kids. I'm not talking about it. Nope. Finally, they were like, Melody, you got to say something because you're not saying anything, but you're showing us things outside of the camera and we're getting one side. You got to say something. Then I finally said just a little bit at that time. So there was a video, a live that he did where he literally talked about the case and came for me. And I responded to that live. Whenever I responded to that live, he sent me a screenshot of the video, from the video. And I know the video. I remember where we were. You remember details of things. I remember the video that we did with my then husband, by the way, just in case any of y'all are questioning that. And said pretty much like, stop talking about me. I'm going to drop this, even though I responded to a live you just did about me. Wow. But okay, bet. So I then took to social media and said, revenge porn, really? I don't do threats, I do promises. Sent the screenshot to my attorney with the text message. I have all of that. And then that was that, right? So for a couple of days ago for someone to reach out, because Karson, just so y'all know, she did reach out to me directly a few days ago. So if you think that she didn't, she did. She came to me privately and directly with the information. And I knew she was telling the truth. I knew she was telling the truth because, and by the way, this was August of 2022, y'all. But I knew she was telling the truth because he sent me a screenshot from the video, and I remember the video. So, I never in a million years would have thought that you walking away or leaving a situation, divorcing someone, that it will result in them going to the depths of the earth, all the way to hell, to try to literally paint you a certain way, make people believe that you're a certain way, that you're promiscuous, that you was cheating on them in the marriage. All of these things I've sat back and listened to and really chose not to fully address them because it was laughable. Like, it was laughable because I knew all of the untruths in it. But some people ran with what they thought sounded good and what they thought, you know, because they don't want to like me for whatever reason. Maybe because they think I act bougie or whatever. So they chose to run with this narrative that this man put out, saying all these things about me, going on national television, calling me a hoe, and all this stuff, that I'm sitting back here saying, this ain't the truth. Like, stop lying. Only for now for y'all to see and for it to come out that this person will go to the lengths of asking someone to create a fake page as a man to drop the video me and him did and act like it's him, the fake man. We've seen him go on this crusade to everyone on this show, to everyone in this city, people y'all don't even know about. We've seen him go on this crusade trying to make everyone think that I'm behind this and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And again, I'm sitting back thinking, no, not accurate. But I just choose not to say too much until I want to say something. I want to go for a minute to what it would have been like had this video had gotten dropped. Because even though it didn't happen, in order to feel it and get it, we're going to put ourselves in those shoes of someone you were with for 14 years, who you share 4 children with, who continuously claim that they want such a positive co-parenting relationship, but is doing the things that are being revealed. Then I say this is going to be the live of revelation today. That are being revealed. I ain't going looking for nothing. God continues to bring things and protect me. I didn't go ask nothing. I'm not going looking for nothing. But if you ain't learned one thing by now, the one thing you should have learned by now is God does not play when it comes to me. Period. Every single thing that has been sent out by the enemy to destroy, to deter, has always turned around and worked out for my good. Worked out for my good every time. So I have the text. I didn't go into detail of what was on the text when I did the post, but I'm going into detail today, and I'm telling you that what Karson said, she's not lying. She's not lying. I believe her 120% because I got the screenshot that he sent me in my phone, as does my attorney, right? So Whew, that's one piece. When we talk about going to the depths, I'll be honest, I don't know what's your end game. What is your end game? Like, what is it that you hoping to gain from this? What's your end game? Because see, another thing I haven't talked about, again, wanting so hard to try to make me seem a certain way. Let's go to this text message because I already sent it to my MacBook so I can read it. Hey TK, thank you so much. Also, way to look out on that interview yesterday. It was amazing. She's going to be your co-host. The response is, now Martell, you gave this woman the limelight. Don't do that. You got a co-parent for the next 18 years. And she's in love with you. You should consider settling with the cream of the crop. Okay. That came to my phone. Y'all know who TK is? I bet y'all didn't even know he was behind that interview happening, huh? I been knew that he took and aided in this interview happening. Because what happened is my phone got blown up. I didn't know who it was. Then the text happened. And this is no shade to Tasha K whatsoever. Like, I don't have an issue with her. Never have had an issue with her. But when I wasn't answering, I guess because I didn't know who it was. She said, happy Tuesday. I know you're laughing your ass off as you should. Martell upset that the world knows what he likes. Heads up, there's going to be a part 2 explaining my strategy for the interview. I said, oh, thank you for the heads up. Looking forward to talking to you in the near future. She said, best of luck on all your endeavors. Again, going back to the depths of what a person will do to try to turn people against you, try to smear your reputation, try to smear your name, knowing good and well that you're in the position you're in because of you. When does your healing start? That's my question. When does your true healing start? When do you start to really move on? When do you completely let go of the past and what was and move on and heal? When? Because that's what I've been doing over here. But when do you start to do that? My prayer is that you get there. My honest prayer is that you get there, that you allow yourself to get to a place of healing, because being in a place of healing, walking in that feels good. It feels amazing. And if I have been such a bad influence and I've been so terrible all these years, right? Then it should be, now that I'm out your life, you should be on top of the world. I don't know about y'all, but anytime I've ever released anything that was holding me back, I always grew to greatness. I always grew to greater. Anytime I removed anything or anybody that was holding me back, that wasn't contributing, that wasn't doing, I always rose up. So when do you start to rise up? Since I was, all of that. When do you start to rise up? When do you start getting up to the sky? On Delta or on something? I told y'all to be patient with me through this live today. I never in a million years, the same way I said I never would have thought that I would not be in a home with my kids every single night and see my kids every day because I'm in the home with them every day is the same way I feel when it comes to, I never would have thought that I would be dealing with this with someone that I once loved, to the point that I married and had 4 children with and worked hard to build things with. I never in a million years would have thought that, but yet here we are. And so because here we are, it has to be dealt with. Has to be dealt with. And, you know, I will say that, when it comes to this situation, when it comes to the closed custody case, because it is closed and done now, it's over, okay, it's done and over. I have nothing else to speak on about it. I never wanted to speak about it anyway, but I did because I had to defend myself because somebody else kept speaking on it. And I still haven't given a lot of details because my children are involved. My children will become adults, and when they want to speak, if they want to speak, they will. But what I will say is, I'm not talking about this no more. I'm not talking about my children's custody case that is now closed and over where everything stayed the same. I'm not doing that. I am going to continue to set my boundaries. I'm going to continue to enforce those boundaries. I don't care who likes it and who don't. I'm going to continue to do that. And that's just where it is for me. Hold on, I see, wait a second. Some of y'all requesting to come in my live. I appreciate y'all's patience, by the way. Thank y'all. Oh, look at, okay, I'm gonna join her in too since she on here. Hold on. I want y'all to know this, for those of you who love on me and support me. Let me tell y'all something. We are victorious. We're victorious. We're going to continue to be victorious. And God is going to continue to bring about the revelation that needs to be revealed and known every single time. Every single time. It will continue to happen. Hey, I'm sorry.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, y'all. That's really the name of this video. Unfreaking believable. Now, there was a part at the end where there was a caller that had called in, and she was pretty much, I think it was somebody that Melody knows personally and that is close to the situation. And she was just pretty much giving Mel some words of encouragement and letting her know that this is done. Now that you've spoken, you said what you had to say, it's all done and it's God's will, and his will be done. And for every demon, 7 blessings instead of 5. Now, y'all, Martell Holt, in my opinion, is a low down, dirty scumbucket. And that trash box that he has pretty much ruined his entire marriage for is right there, right along with him. And Shay Whitfield, I don't know how you can roll over in any sack or bed with this man and smile and be pleased. There is no way that I would ever congregate or be in any room with this man. You know, Mel touched on a lot of points in this video. She talked about, of course, the situation at hand with the video of her and him performing acts that married people do. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of y'all, that are married, have done it. I don't know if we all recording it, but you know, some of us do. Okay. But you would never think that your partner would sink so low to record you and use it against you when the marriage is over. You know, I ask myself, and I wonder if Martell often asks himself this and the people around him, why are you doing the things that you're doing? Y'all are, as Mel said, they're no longer married. So you don't have to be with her. You don't have to pretend that you love her anymore. You don't have to try to hide things and cover up all of your scoundrel behavior with all these other women. You are a single man, single, ready to mingle, to do whatever you want, but yet you're still worried about what Mel is doing. I wonder why. Because you royally effed yourself. And every day you wake up and hate life. Martell literally wakes up. I can imagine he wakes up every morning hoping it was a dream. He was hoping it was all a dream, in my Biggie voice. And it's sad because he has so many people around him that are coddling this ridiculous behavior. There is no way that if I'm Carlos King, the Scotts, or any of these other fools that's on this show with him, that I would be sitting here helping him in this foolishness. Now, even though Karson has somewhat been vindicated, I'm still on your ass, Tisha. Because you knew good and damn well why you brought that girl to that daggone tea party. You did it to be messy. You knew what was going on. And like Mel said, she doesn't understand how anybody that knows the things that he's doing can sit there and assist him in his BS and foolishness. You know, as women, we really got to learn to love ourselves a lot better, a whole lot better. And really examine your worth. Because any of you pick-meshas, as y'all call them in a lot of people's comments, all of y'all are on here, well, he's a good father. He's a good little daddy. No, he's not. Because what he doesn't realize is his children are going to see this bullshit that he's doing to their mother. And it's sad. It's really, really sad that you are going and stopping at nothing to try to embarrass this lady. You were married to her for almost 14 years. And you're out here trying to make a mockery of her. And you lying and using your baby mama to help participate in the bullshit. Y'all, I really am at a loss for words. I am really praying for Mel. I pray that she gets through this because there is no way that I don't know if I would have been able to be as resilient as she is throughout all of this stuff that she's dealing with behind the scenes with this crazed maniac that is still out here on the loose. And I don't know why Gator Mouth is over there thinking that while she's over here helping to be the culprit in his minutia, that this man won't do this to her. He is no longer married and still is not with you. He don't even claim Shay. And Tisha, while you bringing Karson to tea parties, trying to smile and kiki on the side, acting like you over there doing something shady and nobody knows it. You know what's going on, but nobody else does. So you sitting over there having a party inside yourself because you feel like you finally sticking it to Mel. That's why y'all living in that little house on the prairie and in an apartment, because God don't like ugly. You want to sit on TV and act like y'all got all this money and you really don't. In my opinion, I don't think that Marceau and Tisha really are as affluent as they try to make us think that they are. Because number one, you look irresponsible. Y'all buying all these cars and all this BS and buffoonery, wasting your money. Scott Manor is not done, and it's not because y'all can't get no materials to get it done. It's because y'all can't afford to get the house built. That's what I think. But that's alleged and all in my opinion. But everybody on this show that continues to try to come after this girl, you listen, God don't like ugly, and you never win when you play dirty, and those are real words. So I would expect from here on out that these people stop the charade. Just stop it. Y'all see what this man is doing? This man is totally trifling. I knew he was the one that had something to do with that Tasha K interview. And I don't know why in his stupid brain that he thought that her doing that interview was going to make the public look at her like, oh, she was young and dumb. She didn't really mean it. Every time she sat on his dick and rotated, she was just really sad. And didn't she know not what she do? Listen, that little poon was crooning all over that man because she wanted to. And when she's not a child. She's a grown up. Should have morals. When you found out that that man was married, you should have immediately left him alone. I don't care how many lies and foolishness he tried to build up in your head. Because can't nobody steal your mind in a couple of days or even weeks. She tried to lie and say, oh, it took some months. Oh, we didn't sleep together right away. Yes, you did. You saw Melody. You saw him. You thought that he was so prestigious. And you saw yourself living in Melody's shoes, in her house, in her life. What did that get you? Right there and wherever you living at with no furniture, because we always hear your voice echoing in the background. Child, I cannot with y'all. Listen, Melody, I know you will probably never watch my video, but I'm telling y'all, I pray for this woman often because I have a heart and morals. And it's not just because she's Melody Cherie and she's on TV. I pray for any woman that is going through this currently, because this is just a whole mess. People out here digging up stuff on everybody on this show, doing the most on the internet. These people are human beings. And while a lot of us are doing this stuff because, we really can identify with Mel and we really are women and we really want to support her because of all of the things that she's going through, sometimes you have to sit back and ask yourself, are you contributing to the madness with the stuff that people are putting out here? It's just a shame that there are 4, actually 5, because whether Knox, people don't like the way he got here or not, he didn't ask to be here. And he is an innocent bystander in all of this stuff. We have 5 innocent children, and some people saying 6, that are dealing with this craziness. And these kids, with the age of social media, I'm sure that they're seeing this stuff. Like people, they're getting older, especially Mariah and their oldest son, Tank. I'm sure that they're going to school and their friends are asking them questions. It's really sad. I don't know what the next level of Love and Marriage Huntsville is going to look like, but Carlos King, you really need to check yourself, because it's somebody's life and somebody's mental stability, somebody's emotional stability. Is that not worth it enough for you? Or are you willing to be dirty and go at any lengths to just get ratings? When does it end? You bringing on Miss Betty to do all this foolishness. And Stormy, homegirl, she needs to sit down with a counselor too, because all of her problems, she needed to look to the right at her mother. All of these women on this show have problems. And Kimmy everybody looks at her like she's the voice of reason. But Kimmy is a silent assassin in all of this BS too. I sit back and I look at all of the seasons that have passed and how these women on the show calling Mel bougie and doing all this simply because y'all really want to be her. And instead of absorbing her and learning from her, y'all did whatever you could to tear this lady down. How did that work for you? Because through all of the things that she's going through behind the scenes, she still seems to prevail. I wonder why. Maybe if y'all put more energy into being your better selves, instead of worrying about, how can I F with Melody Cherie today? Y'all will be in better positions, each and every one of you. Y'all, it's just really sad. It's really sad. I'm glad that Mel actually came out and did that video, because a lot of times, and I've admitted it in past videos, I think that Mel sometimes can be a little passive passive aggressive, but this is something that is out there that really needed to be addressed. And I'm glad that she did, because nobody wants to see a video like that out there. And if it ever does get out there, he needs to be dealt with. I really think that he should be dealt with now for even attempting or even trying to do something like that. Because at the end of the day, what does putting that video out there have to do with y'all co-parenting? You think that's going to make her have less babysitters? You think that's going to make her be a better mother? That's going to make her look real good, you putting stuff out there like that. Think about how that makes you look as the kid's father, doing that to their mother. Child. Y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Please like, subscribe, comment on the video. Y'all, I don't have nothing else to say. I have a heavy heart over this situation. This is just sad. I'm so sick and tired of these people on this show. I need them to have a revelation, and I need them to have it soon and just stop. The bullying needs to stop. And Carlos King, stop perpetuating the BS. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Peace out.